Well, the beginning of a new school year can often cause a little anxiety, but after the year we just had, some kids may really be struggling with the idea of going back to the classroom, especially now with the new Delta variant of COVID. This morning we are joined by Dana Skeggs, psychotherapist, to explore the conversation and to give you some tips if your parents and your kids are not wanting to go on that first day. Dana, thanks so much for joining us today.
So glad to be here.
Well, it's an exciting time, but I think we always have that kind of uneasy feeling when it comes to going back. It's all new school year.
Yeah, so you have that normal uneasiness of going back, you know, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, how's it going to be different this year than last year, but now with the Delta variant, because we thought, and everyone, the parents, the kids thought, okay, we're finally pulling out of this. It's going to be in our rearview mirror. We don't have to worry about this anymore. We don't have to wear masks anymore. We're good to go. You know, athletic events are opening back up. Concerts are opening back up. Restaurants are opening back up. So we all felt, okay, this is normal, until the Delta variant comes in. It's all over the news and in the papers, and so kids and parents alike are getting very anxious. In general, kids take their cues from their parents. So as parents, they have a lot of sway, of influence on their children. So as a parent, try to just stay calm. Try to provide some structure in the home. Have things consistent. Have a routine. And if you want to talk about something that is scaring you about the Delta variant or school or something in your private life, do it away from the kids. Don't be having those conversations right there that might scare the child. However, you do need to stay in the moment and allow opportunities for conversation. Anxiety is largely based on the past and in the future. Anxiety is not an issue in the present. So if it's something from the past, or because if you think about a lot of what-if questions, that's really at the heart of a lot of anxiety. What if?
Right.
Well, you're asking yourself what if because it hasn't happened yet, because it's in the future. So you're like, what if this? What if that? So it's important to try to stay in the moment. And while you're in the moment, as a parent, help your child to stay solution focused. What can we do to be helpful? You know, we can go into the school system and, you know, all right, let's wear masks if we need to, and try to take your cue from your child, and also, you know, from those around you where you feel like you're getting good advice. Because, to be honest, a lot of people are different. There's a lot of variance in people's and parents' attitudes about mask wearing and other such things. And so, on some level, it's being respectful that everyone is different. And so, however you are as a parent, you can help your child stay solution focused. For example, wearing the mask, doing the hand sanitizer, being socially distanced, because these things are going to give the child something to do that they can do to help them feel better, to reduce their anxiety. These things are planning. When you're like, what if, what if, what if, what if?
Your mind races.
Yeah, and because you could, what if this, what if that? Well, this doesn't help. Planning helps. Being solution focused helps. And if we had more time, we could talk about, you know, answering the what if question. You know, what if I go to school and I get COVID? What if I get the Delta variant? Well, as a parent, you cannot promise your child that won't happen.
Right.
Quite frankly, you can't promise, you know, a lot of things because we live in a very interesting world.
Right.
But you can try to stay solution focused and say, is it happening right now? Are you sick today? Because use your solutions, use your, you know, your ways of trying to prevent those types of things. Those are planning. And if something does happen, you deal with it then. Because when it's in the present, you're not doing this. You're actually dealing with the problem. You see how anxiety resides in the past and in the future. But something that's really nifty and handy to do, it's a skill to keep people in the moment. It's a mindfulness exercise. And it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And basically it's this. It's using your 5 senses to anchor you into the moment. So as long as you're anchored in the moment, you're not wandering around in the future of what-ifing. okay? 5 things you can see. We could do that sitting here in the studio. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. And so that is something very simple that you can teach your child. Just do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 if you're feeling anxious at school, to calm you down.
Give you that peace of mind, help you to get through it. And I like that you mentioned being stable and bringing that stability, even if you're going to have that conversation, because you're right, we do. We tell our kids without knowing that we're telling them, just by what they see.
They listen.
Very well. All right, we want to give everybody, you have a great podcast, phoenixandflame.com, and you can also download it. You can find it on all the app stores, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful topics. Much more time to get into these discussions. If you've not checked it out, you should do that. phoenixandflame.com for more information. And Dana, thanks so much for joining us. We'll remember the 5s,
yeah.
and we'll post it on our website later today, too, at daytimetricities.com.